The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Elias Stone, a human cleric.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Sable, a half-elf rogue.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play August E. Greymoor, a human fighter.
I'm Kerri Hester, and I play Moxie, a tiefling bard.
And I'm Brooke Bullock, your DM. Please join us as we explore the curse of the Clockwork City. Our party of do-gooders has come to the fishery in an attempt to save some children. Moxie and Sable have snuck down an outside walkway to the back of the building down at the water's edge of this fishery. Meanwhile, August and Elias have started off with a ruse to get into the door, and things quickly escalated into violence. They were surprised by the sudden use of 3 rats by this half-orc guard agent who was there in the building. However, the blade of August E. Greymoor has made quick work of 1, 2, 3 of the rat.
Through a field of red from the mist of the dead rat, the orc squares off against August.
And it happens to be August's continued turn after he took an attack of opportunity.
Continuing my momentum from that attack of opportunity, I swing my halberd right at the orc. 20.
Yes, that is definitely a hit.
8 points of damage. And as I swing through to the orc and let the halberd come down on top of the rat that stands betwixt us, 22
Yes, that's a hit.
for another 6 points of damage.
He only had 1 hit point left. You lopped his head off. It is now Elias's turn. You have seen August E. Greymoor possibly save you from serious damage, serious attack by this rat. He killed it before it could dash underneath the desk at your feet.
I'm going to first cast True Strike, which allows me to add my spell attack and damage plus radiant if I want to. 24.
That is a hit right in the back.
8 points of radiant damage.
You see this bolt hit him in the back, and there's this starburst of radiant energy. He flinches and bends, but remains on his feet. It is now his turn. He turns to look toward Elias, but then remembers, oh yeah, this other guy has a really long reach weapon, and then swings back with the flail at August. Does a 13 hit?
No.
No. Missing. It is now August's turn.
You'll have to do better than that. Bring my halberd down. 13?
That scrapes across his leather armor. There we go.
Okay.
We are at Elias's turn.
I have reloaded my light crossbow and cast True Strike. I'll fire again. 12, unfortunately.
Alrighty. It has now become a knockdown drag out. This half-orc rolls again. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Catching you with the flail for 7 points of damage.
It's okay. I was at full health.
August, it's your turn trading blows with this guy.
All right, it's time for us to end this. 14.
Ah, no, once again. It is now Elias's turn.
Have him roll a wisdom save as I
Wisdom
cast
save.
Toll the Dead.
Oh, not bad, 16.
That's fast.
Top of the round, he goes, you're gonna die now, and rolls, a 19.
Yes.
Yikers for 9 points of damage?
Yes.
Does August go down?
I'm rolling saves.
How does that happen?
In a panic, August raises his halberd. The chain hooks around the halberd and speeds up the head right into his side. You hear a crunch as you hear air just burst out of it, and he drops to the ground.
There we go. And this one-eyed half-orc turns around and looks at Elias and says, you gonna die next.
Wait, so he just took you down.
Yeah.
You have to do a death save now. It's your turn.
6.
Okay, so not dead. All right, it happens to be Elias's turn.
How badly does this guy look hurt?
He is pretty ragged looking. He's turned around facing you now, but you know that there was just blood pouring down his back. He's got a very vicious wound along his shoulder where August cut him deeply the very first time.
I am going to cast True Strike and fire with my crossbow.
Alrighty.
17.
That's a hit.
4 points of radiant damage.
As he lunges forward, he turns just enough that you catch him in the shoulder instead of the chest. And he closes in. And he rolls a modified 12.
12 is a miss.
Swings that flail just in front of your chest. It is now your turn.
No.
Oh wait, August gets to roll.
15.
So he's moved in front of me. I need to.
Yes, this is true.
I don't like how this is looking. I'm casting Spare the Dying on August. You are now stable. Unfortunately, that was an action I don't have, and I have some bonus action, nothing that I can really do here. So
He giggles, he laughs, and then he says, "This is for Jenner," and rolls a 12. That's a miss,
no.
right?
And I say, are you giggles?
Yeah.
Good. Shocking Grasp. 24.
That's totally a hit. You grab his arm.
4.
He only had 2 hit points left.
So-
How does this look? What happens?
So I reach out and I grab his face.
Yes.
And I say, giggle on this.
And collapses.
That's for the children. Then I rush over to August, pull out my doctor's bag, and start pulling out all of my gauzes, and I start healing your wounds. And spend a hit die, D10 plus my proficiency bonus of 2.
How about a 9?
Oh, nice. That's over 11 points of healing.
Max.
Yeah.
Wild. That's fantastic. So this was mundane in a way.
This was
healing
this
that you
was
were
mundane
doing.
healing.
Yeah.
Because it was using a healer's kit.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic.
Are you all right? Well, he almost got you there.
Yeah, and I look around at the bandages and stuff. Oh, you're practically a doctor, aren't you?
I am a doctor, but yes.
Well, help me up, Doc.
All right. And I help him up to his feet.
Oh, his face.
Yeah, I did that. I was kind of angry.
Well, let's go do this again in the next room.
All right.
As we fade out of this scene, meanwhile, at the back of the building, down at the bottom of this slippery dock, there is a door. Sable has used his keen eye, his expertise eye of thievery. He thinks he's chosen the right key. Gonna see about opening this back door.
Yeah, I insert the key into the keyhole.
Yep.
And very carefully and as quietly as possible turn it.
There we go.
And it unlatches, and I very quietly open up the door.
You open the door, and it is just a little 5 foot by 5 foot alcove with another door right in front of it. What's your intelligence?
12, so a +1.
So as you turned the key lock, you heard like a double click, and you know that probably means that it disabled some type of trap. And then what's your passive perception?
13.
You see on the floor a little jumble of clawed footprints, obviously they were maybe wet or damp, and they've messed with the little bit of grime that's here on the floor. Go ahead and make me do you have nature as a skill?
Not as anything I'm proficient in, but I got a +1 to it.
Go ahead, because you're a resident of Ironspire, roll with advantage.
18 on the dice, so 19.
These are very clearly kobold prints.
So I'll glance back at Moxie and just point to the tracks that I'm seeing, making them very noticeable to her.
Roll me a perception check.
A 14.
Yep, those are kobold. Yes, you agree.
Do kobolds have little horns?
I think they probably do. Yeah.
So Moxie would put 2 fingers up to her head like little horns.
I will give a nod, an acknowledgement, and creep over to the next door.
Okay, so this door just right in front of you. It's there.
Once again, inspecting the keys, finding the key for it.
This one does not have any type of lock on it, it appears.
So seeing that the first door had been trapped, I would like to do an investigation check.
Okay, go right ahead.
And now that we're standing still, Moxie is standing in the first doorway, just like watching outside
Okay, very nice.
in case anyone should approach us.
You can roll a perception check.
A 16.
This one also has some type of mechanism attached to the door handle.
And I attempt to disable it. Sleight of hand.
I think that's true.
A 14.
You have to think about it. We're able to overcome the DC 13. You can tell there's a dart that would have flown out of the center of the door handle as you turned it, and you're able to block that. Opening the door, I assume,
Very cautiously, quietly.
you have dark vision.
Both of us do.
Both of us
Both
do.
of you do. So you guys can see this entire room. It is about 50 feet long, like off to your right, and it is about 20 feet deep. Right in front of you are stairs going up to a little landing, and there's a door at the top of those stairs. On the 90-degree angle of the wall right in front of you, there are also stairs going up to the same landing. 10 feet away from you, diagonally, is a hole in the floor, about a 5 foot by 10 foot wide, and you can see the water down below. Underneath the stairs going up are all kinds of barrels and boxes that are stacked in there. There's also some barrels and boxes along the wall to your right. And then, more or less all the way across the room, about 30, 35 feet away, there is a big vat, the walls of which are about 6 feet tall or so. This big vat that takes up about a 20-foot radius. Finally, all the way down at the far end of the room, again about 60 feet away, just on the other side of this tank, there are stairs going up and a little landing and a door there. So stairs and doors on each end of this room, one right in front of you, one down at the other end, hole about 10 feet away from you, and then this giant vat with boxes and crates and barrels and stuff stacked in different places.
How stinky is this room?
It is very stinky.
Like, is it
actually.
so stinky we get the idea that the vat is probably the stinky?
Yep, without a doubt. Like it does, you don't have to
There's
do any type
fish in that vat, I know it.
You don't have to do any type of check, but it is a little acidic on the nostrils and the eyes a little bit, the smell in here.
Since we saw those kobold tracks, I would want to do a perception check just to make sure absolutely no kobolds or anybody is in this room. 22.
Alrighty, you do not see anyone or anything hiding in shadows or anything like that. I will say though, you also notice there are no footprints right inside this door either.
So I'm gonna look back to Moxie, motion for her to take the stairs right in front of us. I'm also gonna motion to her, like point to myself and point to the opposite side of the stairs.
Because there's that 5x5 room, so as Sable moves into the larger room, Moxie is going to close the exterior door behind her. Can I lock it again from the inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case.
While combat has been going on in the front of the building, Moxie and Sable have slipped into the back, and there are stairs on the north and south sides of the room, and they are separating to each take a stair. And I believe Moxie was doing the stairs right in front.
I believe that is what Sable motioned, that Moxie's taking the stairs closest to us. Sable's going to cross the room and take the far stairs.
Alrighty. Very good, very good, very good.
And I'm still stealthing. My one from earlier was a modified 20 if you want us to re-roll.
No, that'll work.
And goes without saying, we also close this door.
Very good. So closing the door, the little alcove, the 5-foot alcove that
All
was
the
right
doors
there.
we're closing behind us.
There we go. Both of you roll a perception check.
Another 22.
I got a 4, baby.
This makes perfect sense because you are paying attention to these stairs.
Try not to squeak.
There we go. Man, also Sable is looking at these stairs to the south and paying attention to those. And Sable, you see the door at the top of those stairs open. There's a humanoid hand, arm that like you can begin to see. You can't quite make it out for sure, Sable, but as that door opens, you think you hear the clash and bang of combat, of conflict, of something going on, a yell and a scream of some things, and then that door shuts back again.
Distraction alert.
Woohoo! And you make it to the stairs. Moxie, you're actually at the top of your stairs first, if you would like to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go up to the top of that stairs, the little landing there on the north side, and you are there at this door.
There's a door.
Yes, there's a door at the top of this little landing, yes.
Could I say I gave Moxie the keys?
Sure, if that's
Sorry.
what you want.
Oh, yeah, because they would know that they can pick locks, but I can't pick locks.
Yes, that's believable.
Yeah.
And Moxie's gonna like put an ear to the door, look maybe see if there's light coming into the crack,
Nope, no light underneath the door.
and like look over at Sable. What's Sable doing? I guess Sable would probably still be down there.
He's just at the bottom of his stairs.
We're here to have fun. We're here to play the game. Okay, so Moxie's gonna look at the key and then look at her set of keys and try to figure out which key goes with this door.
What's your intelligence?
I'm just at a 0.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
An intelligence check?
Yeah.
Ooh, a 16.
Yeah, you can see, oh, this one fits really, really well.
But I did also watch Sable check the other door for a trap. So maybe I should look.
Okay,
I'm trying to be smart. I'm trying to be sneaky. So is that an investigation?
I like it.
A 14?
You don't seem to notice anything.
Okay. I put the key in the lock. I unlock the door, and then if it unlocks, I'm gonna crack it and not open it all the way.
So you crack it, you have dark vision, and from this angle, as you open the door, you can see there are some pallets on the floor.
Are there little lumps on the pallets?
Child-sized pallets. You can see about 3 or 4 pallets on the floor.
At least shut the door
Very good.
and wait for Sable to make eye contact with me.
Sable, you now are at the top of the stairs. So you guys are like at opposite ends of this 60-foot room. You're up there at the top of the stairs. There's a door in front of you as well.
The door that was in front of me, that was the door that
That was the
opened,
door
right?
that opened and closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heard the briefest noise of a commotion. I'm going to very carefully creak this door open.
Alrighty. Roll me a stealth check.
22.
Oh, yeah, that's like you do this for a living. So it's absolutely fantastic. So you creak this door open and you see that this is evidently some type of larger room that's there. You can see what is presumably the outside wall of this place, and down at the far end of it, there are double doors that are down there. You have dark vision, so you happen to see just to the left of the door that you cracked open. It opens toward you, and you can see there's a table that's just right there to the left of you that looks like some type of cutting table or chopping table or something like that. It's got goo and garg and stuff on it along those lines. There are 2 chutes kind of at each end of this table that are through the wall. And you kind of lean back and look back into the room you're in, and sure enough, there's 2 chutes coming out of the wall that go right over this vat that is next to you, below you. But the thing that gathers your attention most is this very large figure with a club that is standing in front of the door over to the far left or the north side.
So these stairs are not as high as these are, because these go to the second level.
Yeah, the stairs on the south, right, are not as
They just go up the
ground
okay,
level.
good,
Yeah,
good,
they
good.
just
Okay,
go up
that's
to the
where.
ground level, 15 feet.
And that's what I was clarifying.
Yes.
So we are on the same level here.
Yes,
Good. Okay.
Thank you very much. In essence, Sable, August, and Elias are on the same level, ground level, basically. And then Moxie has gone up a longer set of stairs up to a second level.
I look over, see that Moxie is waiting. I reach down at my hip, and you see the flash of my rapier start to come out.
And about that time you hear, "You gonna die!"
And Moxie will hold her hand out like waist high and then point at the door. Little kids.
I'll give a nod. I'll head into my room, creeping forward behind this bigger fella. I'm gonna take the attack.
Roll me a stealth check.
25.
How close would you like to be?
So right behind him.
If we're going to do a surprise attack, the way it should be done is both of you should roll initiative. The only reason I'm saying that is because he won't be able to do anything on his initiative. If your initiative is higher, you'll get 2 attacks.
That makes a lot of sense.
Initiative?
Yeah, sure.
You want me in on that deal? I'm not planning on engaging.
Sure.
21.
Dirty 20.
So yeah, you get to go first, and then with your surprise round, and then you'll get to go again with your initiative.
Okay, I've got my surprise attack with advantage, modified 20 to hit.
Yes.
So 11 points of piercing.
Remember when you stabbed the fake merchant guy right in the ribs? This is a favorite motion of yours. Exact same place.
Yeah, offhand, 18 to hit.
Yes.
2 points.
So you stab this guy with the rapier, and by the way, he is big and bulky. You can't quite, make out shading in there, but everything about you says this guy might be a full-blooded orc. You stab him hard right into the ribs, and then you go to plant that dagger right into the back of his neck, and he turns slightly from the pain, and you just get him in the shoulder. But he does turn all the way around. He's starting to raise a great club.
Okay. That is a modified 20.
Yes.
I don't have sneak attack on that one, so that is going to be 5 points. And so my offhand attack, because I hit on my rapier, I get advantage
Yes.
for the dagger attack.
Which means you'll get a sneak attack.
19 to hit,
Yes.
max damage, 10 points.
It was so much fun I didn't interrupt you. He only had 2 hit points left. So what does this all look like as he turns around and starts to raise his great club?
It looks like a flurry. So he, I imagine, is much, much taller than Sable as a full orc. And so just right at chest level, stab, stab, and he crumples to the floor.
And about that time, you hear this pain-filled scream from the other room.
You hear running footsteps and the opening of my old leather doctor's bag.
And noticing that the actual commotion from the other room has kind of died down a little, I'm going to inspect Boo's body.
He's got 30 gold pieces on him in a little pouch. And then there's also a cloth and then like a mask that you would tie around the lower half of your face. If you look at it, it's got like a really gruesome design on it. Teeth and fangs and blood.
Just those 2 things.
Yep, plus his great club.
And the rest of the room, obviously the door in front of me that leads to the room that August and Dr. Stone are in.
And then there is double doors, which if your brain alignment of spacing is correct, should lead out onto that gravel dock behind the fence that you saw.
Okay, got you.
After I've healed August,
Yeah.
just rest for a moment. I'm going to check out the desk and see if there's anything on the desk that I need.
Check his corpse.
And I'll check the body of Giggles.
You find 70 gold pieces and 2 vials that have a reddish liquid in them.
Can I do an Arcana check on this?
Of course you may.
23.
Yeah, these are very obviously, clearly potions of healing.
In my room, I'll actually open up the door in between the 2, but I'm not gonna step through. I'm actually gonna go back to try and join up with Moxie.
Yeah, because see, Moxie knows that Sable knows that there's kids in this room, but Sable didn't come, and so she assumes that Sable is like, yeah, take care of it. So Moxie would have opened the door and stuck her head in so she could see the whole room.
So you open the door, stick your head in. It was a while ago, but you made a stealth check. Go ahead, since you're opening the door up all the way, why don't you go ahead and make
I'm not opening it up all the way.
Oh, okay.
I'm just putting my
Just
head
sticking
in.
your head through.
But I only got a 10.
Oh, very good, very good, very good.
The door squeaks.
So, very good. You hear a very reptilian hiss roll initiative for me.
16.
What's your initiative modifier?
A 2.
This one is a 3, so it beats you by 1. Roll the 7 on my die, and you have dark vision, so you can clearly see. There is a giant, 5-foot-tall, bipedal, lizardy-looking thing with that long neck that lunges out at you and tries to bite you in the face. Just misses.
And I will go, ah! Try to hit him with a firebolt. Yes, Austin! Only a 9.
So yes, you miss.
But you heard me. I said, ah! So
This is
Sable
true.
can hear me.
So you screamed
I didn't scream.
loud enough for us to all, maybe us to hear too as well. Well, we're just below you.
Oh, go ahead, roll me perception as you're checking out this dead body.
15.
10.
You might have heard a yelp of surprise or something. If you're sitting at the desk or standing at the desk, going through the desk, the front door is about 10 feet in front of you. To your left is a door you haven't looked at. Catty-cornered behind you in the corner of the room is a door, and then there is a door on the south side wall about halfway down. And it's now cracked open. You don't necessarily recall that a moment ago.
So I'm going to turn to August and I'm going to say, I think Moxie's in trouble. So I'm going to run up that door.
Okay, so the door that's cracked open now, you open it, you run through, make me a dex save.
Nat 20.
Oh, there is something there on the floor in the dark, and so you like kind of do this fantastic jump over this thing that was on the ground, and then you kind of do a little slide in some gooey blood, but you keep your balance. Is Sable still in that room? Sable
would've
left,
rushed
didn't
out.
you? Yeah, Sable had already left.
But I did probably leave that door open behind me.
In the southwest corner, there is a door that's open also.
What are you doing? I think Moxie's in danger.
Moxie's in danger. I gotta go. Let's go.
So, with a sigh of feeling just a little overwhelmed, August leaves the half-orc body and opens up the door to follow Dr. Elias Stone, who has found another open door and is headed to see what is happening with the cry of Moxie.
Red Dirt D&D Curse of the Clockwork City is Brooke Bullock as our Dungeon Master, Kerri Hester as Moxie, Connor Shenold as Sable, Johnny Payne as August E. Greymoor, and I'm Michael Cross as Dr. Elias Stone. Our theme music comes from Ovani Sound. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Jeffrey McBride, Monument Studios, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by ST Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you are enjoying Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we discover more secrets in the Clockwork City.